Hospital Porter's pride and dignity. Stop the New World Order. Welcome to Hapanwo TV. This is just a little video to make you aware of some upcoming events you might be interested in, which I'm going to be involved in myself. So please do get along to some of them, or all of them if you can. Now I'm really pleased to say that I'm going to be speaking at the UFO Truth Magazine conference this year, the main one, the 5th annual International UFO Conference. It's going to be at the Civic Hall, Holmfirth, Saturday the 16th and Sunday the 17th of September. Please do get there if you can. Holmfirth's a lovely place. It's where they filmed Last of the Summer Wine. It's a beautiful little town in the Yorkshire Dales and with hills all around it and everything. And well, there's no more picturesque place to have a UFO conference. There really is not. Now, along with me, I'm going to be speaking about SETI, the search for extraterrestrial intelligence, and its relationship to the UFO phenomenon. There's a lot of other interesting speakers as well. Keynote speaker is Kathleen Marden, who's the niece of Betty and Barney Hill, who were the supposed first UFO abductees. They weren't the first, but they were the first to be widely publicised. And she's written a book called Captured about her niece, about her auntie and her husband and what happened to them. It's co-written with Stanford Friedman. That's a really interesting person. She lives in the United States, so she doesn't get over to UK very much. So it could be your only chance to see her. So please do get there. Other great speakers: Robert Hastings, who has written a book called UFOs and Nukes, and a film has been made about that as well, which is all about UFOs and their relationships to nuclear weapons. And if you remember my own UFO photo, which I made some videos about, that was taken near a nuclear base as well. So, well, UFOs do seem to have a rather strange obsession with our nuclear weaponry. Other speakers: Francisco Correa from Portugal, Andrew Johnson, 9/11 researcher from the UK, Gary Heseltine, Mr. UFO Truth Magazine himself. So they'll some really good speakers coming up. Really interesting. Should be great. And if you can't wait till then, well, there's a UFO Southern Conference as well. I'm not going to be speaking there, but I'll be going along as a delegate and probably see some of you there. That looks really good as well. Some excellent speakers again. So hope to see you at UFO Truth Magazine. Now, I've got to apologise for the short notice on this one. This is an event which is actually coming up this Sunday. That's Sunday the 23rd of April. So by the time you watch this video, it may already be too late. Apologies for that if that is the case. But I'm speaking at an event called the Truth Movement, and that's going to be at 6 PM this Sunday coming at De Vere House, Cheadle Royal Business Park, Royal Crescent, Cheadle, Cheshire, SK83FS. Details at www.meetup.com/Truth Movement. I'll be doing a version of my skeptic video, which you might have seen before. Skeptics, who are they, why are they wrong, and why does it matter? All people who look into the paranormal, alternative or conspiratorial matters will at some point come across the skeptics. People who dismiss and deny everything that has been discovered. Turn your critical eyes on those who claim to be critical. And that one costs just £5. So that's pretty cheap. The UFO Truth Magazine conferences, I should say. You have to go to ufotruthmagazine.com to find out details of prices. Now this one here, this is the Conscious Tribal Gathering. It's 2017. Now, I went to the Conscious Tribal Gathering last year. I'm going again, which is really nice. This is a family-orientated event geared towards spiritual exploration and ethical human community. And it's at a campsite. So you're better off if you bring a tent or caravan, which would be nice. But there is B&B accommodation nearby, but it's much nicer if you can stay at the site. Now the venue is at a place called Glyndwrdwy, which is a beautiful little village in the Dee Valley. That's in northeast Wales. It's really nice there. It's going to be Thursday the 28th to Sunday the 30th of July, and you can find out details at www.conscious-tribal.uk, and there's a Facebook page for it as well. Now, my talk's going to be entitled Energy, Politics and UFOs. Energy is everything. It's the foundation and structure of civilization. What are the politics of energy? Something deeper and far more complicated than you might think. And believe it or not, it connects to UFOs. Why? The answers and more questions will be revealed. And there's going to be updates on that talk since I last gave it. So if you want to know more, just go to the website and it'll tell you how much it costs to get there. So I don't think it's very expensive. Details of all these events are on the Hapanwo Voice blog, hapanwo-voice.blogspot.com. Now, finally, Roswell 70. Now, this is an event I've organised. Now, I've not organised an event ever before. This is my first ever time, but it's an event to mark the 70th anniversary of the Roswell incident. Now, of course, you know that in 1947 a UFO crashed in Roswell, New Mexico, and was secretly salvaged by the government. There's a big conference in Roswell itself, the town of Roswell, to celebrate this, but no one's doing anything in this country, at least now. Until now I'm doing it. So this is now in 2007 there was a 60th anniversary conference. I remember it was up north somewhere. It was very impressive. It was organised by Sam Willey, who's he's only 16 at the time, and he organised this conference, which is quite something. 7 decades since the crashing of a flying disc on a ranch. It's a shame that no one else has arranged anything in Britain, but now I have. And guess what? It's actually July the 8th. I decided on July the 8th because that's World Disclosure Day, and as luck that falls on a Saturday, which makes it easier to people to get there. Now it's not going to be an elaborate affair. I booked a function room. I was looking for several function rooms in Oxford to book it, and eventually I found an acceptable one that was cheap, and it was just above a pub. And guess what the pub is called? The White House. That's not a joke, I promise you. It's going to be at 38 Abingdon Road, at 38 Abingdon Road, Oxford. OX14PD Papa Delta. The room is I'm not charging an entry fee because the room was so cheap. I won't tell you how cheap it is, but it was bloody cheap. If you want to give me a voluntary contribution on the day, you can, if you like, or if you want to, if you're able to. That's completely up to you. There is a car park at the pub. It has 15 spaces. If it's full, you can drop your vehicle at the Redbridge Park and Ride, which is about a mile down the road, and you can walk from there, or you can catch a number 300 bus, which will take you directly to the venue. The White House pub is also less than a mile from Oxford Railway Station and Oxford Coach Station, so it's a very, very quite easy place to get to. There's going to be 4 speakers: Colin Wolford, Tony Topping, Miles Johnston, and myself. And I hope there'll be an active discussion after the speakers on Roswell, UFO disclosure, and other associated issues. Now, this is part business, it's part of a social event. I've set up a events page on Facebook, but basically this illustration is a poster which gives you all the details, starting about 12 p.m, finishing about 5, maybe a bit later. And as I said, entry is completely free, so I do hope to see you at that one. That is one I'm organising myself. I'm really looking forward to it. It's history, basically. It's 70 years since Roswell. It is absolutely history. Unless we have disclosure before then, that would be something, wouldn't it? Then World Disclosure Day would become that day, but you never know. Listen to my interview with Stephen Bassett. Anything more about that. So there's an awful lot coming up in the next couple of months, ladies and gentlemen, Panwo TV viewers. I hope to see you at some of those or all of those. Details of all the events I've just talked about are on Hapanwo Voice. That's hapanwo-voice.blogspot.co.uk. There's a search box, so you can just use that to find the appropriate terms, and you'll find all of the details on there, including links to the Facebook pages and other websites. So thanks very much. Hope to see you, like I said, at some or all of these events. Hospital Porters, Pride and Dignity. Stop the New World Order.